What's the problem? Like, did you plug it in?
Is it done?
Jesus, I am dumb. Okay, so I don't remember why I have to do any of this stuff. That is something I want to look at, though. I just want to look at it. I want to look over there. That is... The land disconnected down there.
This place right here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, how do you get down there?
Walk down the beach.
I can't just walk down the beach. Did you see what's on the beach?
Yeah, you just gotta walk around.
Every 5 steps. Every 5 fucking steps. Oh, I do kind of want to see what Talana's up to. We're going to do that, actually, real quick. I do have to go back and deliver Demeter to Gaia, but... Yeah, the last time I traveled into this forest, unknowingly, I accidentally alerted an entire fucking bandit camp. Yeah, I'm going down that way. Because I want to see the land of the afar. Yep, okay, they're there. Leave me alone. Get away from me. See, there's the fucking raptors. This is bullshit. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. You don't see anything. Nope, there's nobody here. Mind your business. I just gotta get to this other fucking fire. Those appetizers were delicious, but man, I'm gonna have the worst fucking heartburn. Like, don't put hot sauce on everything. Take it from an expert. Huh?
It tastes so good, but it feels so bad.
It just feels awful.
I ate so much hot stuff.
I'm like, this is so delicious. This is the best food I've ever
Every time
had.
I'm like, I should have done that.
Yeah, why did I do that? Like, I feel like shit. Why do I feel like shit? Can I just climb into this? I kind of want to just climb into this. This is an interesting little setup here. They're like, we can't get across the ocean. Like, it kind of looks like you can just go around. Like, why wouldn't you just do that? Oh, you guys are bad guys. Why am I... Oh.
For me?
Nope. Get away from me. I don't know you. That's my purse. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I was just walking around. Get away from me. I wasn't even bothering anybody. I'm just looking. I can't get past this. Why can't I get past this? Why is there not a way around? I just... Okay. Bye. I just gotta go talk to my friend. Her name is Talana. This is mine. Thank you. How am I doing? I am doing good. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, Apex Loba. Ah!
She's here.
Ah! Back. Okay, I'm good. All is well. All is right in the world. There. These guys can get out of my face. There's so much stuff here. I am alive, and I am discovering new locations. You're sad? Why are you sad? I just want to fast, like, save this game. That's making me pretty sad. This place looks like it'd be riddled with, like, data points. It's been a hot minute since we've seen a good old street light. Look at this. That's a sign. That's a whole sign. It's a traffic light. There we go. Jungle Goldthorn. That's new. Okay, so...
I wonder what's inside.
Old ruin. I didn't...
Time to take a look around.
What am I looking at? Oh, a relic ruin. Nope, I'm not doing that right now. I don't have that kind of time. You don't know? No, dude, I understand that. Sometimes you're just, like, sad, and you don't know why you're sad. I think everybody, to some extent, can relate to that. Some people like a lot more than others, like people that deal with, like, depression and stuff. What I like to do is I like to remind myself that my body's just being weird, my brain is being weird, and that I'm not gonna feel that way forever. Like, even though I feel like doo-doo, it's not gonna stay that way. I'll feel better soon. What kind of trees are these? Like, why is it roots going straight up? That's not roots, is it? That can't be roots. That's not a real kind of tree, is it? Like, am I dumb? Trees don't do that.
Yeah, those are,
Yeah, you're gonna know exactly what it is, too. You're like, yeah.
cypress trees, maybe?
Oh, Talana's here somewhere. I hear you. Talana.
Thornmarsh. Quite a sight, isn't it? Never thought I'd find myself this deep into Noct territory.
Have you run into any trouble?
I've been keeping my head down. Had to duck into the swamps a couple of times to avoid Tenakth patrols.
Well, I'm here now, so spill it. Who is Amadis, really?
Like I said before, he helped me put a stop to a hunter-killer machine out in the wilds. At first, he thought I was just another hunter from the lodge who only cared about the biggest machine trophy. And I thought he was just a grouchy hermit living in the woods. But then, he trusted me with the truth. Told me how the Red Raids took everything from him. Seeing that side of him, I don't know, changed things.
You love him, don't you?
I think I might, yeah.
Then why did you part ways?
When he told me how he failed to save the woman from his past, I told him how I made peace with my father and brother's deaths. He realized he needed to do the same on his own.
Wait. When we searched that Red Raid's battlefield together, you said he'd lost someone close to him there. I thought you meant a fellow soldier.
She was. Women aren't allowed to serve in the Karja army, but Nessa disguised herself so she could. Amadis kept her secret. When he left to come out west, he promised he'd send word that he was alright, but his letter never came.
So you set out to find him.
And when we do, I'll have words for him for leading us on this wild goose chase.
Well, at least I kind of understand now. Amadis thought Nessa died on the battlefield. But when he learned that the Tenakth took prisoners back west, he kept going. So I guess now we find this prison, Barat.
I did some scouting while I was waiting. I think I might have found the way.
Lead on then. Do you think Nessa might still be alive?
I doubt it. Any Carja prisoners from the Red Raids would have been killed or returned home by now.
Then what's Amatis after?
I think he just needs to know.
Over here, you flaming hunk of scrap.
That's him!
That Firepaw's right on his heels.
Come on!
Got you.
We've got your back!
I gotcha. This one's easy. His health is dropping way faster. I want to get some parts. Yeah, he's not hurting me very much.
Last paste.
What?
Last paste.
Where do you find it? I know what to hit it with. I want to steal stuff off of it. There, got one. I just want to get a good fucking angle on you. Stop being dumb. There we go. Hey, he's gotta have some stuff. Yeah, like there's a thing. That's not from him though. One can of purge water. Really?
Yeah. And you're still adept with your task.
If you're short on resources too, what I've been doing is I get them from, like sometimes they go into your, you just get one shot?
It's like she just fell over and died.
Maybe you're not supposed to do that yet. That's all I can think of.
I found a new machine on the beach too. I didn't get to scan it yet. It's big.
I want to see. That thing?
Yeah.
Oh. That's crazy.
Spino.
It does basically look like a Spino. I'll talk to these lovebirds in a second. Or maybe not lovebirds, because it sounds like she loves him and he's chasing after another chick.
Talana,
You were supposed to let me know you were okay.
I was going to send the message right after I crossed into the desert with an Oseram caravan. But when it became clear that the tunnel had collapsed behind us, I figured the only thing I could do was press on. Seeing as you found a way out here, however, clearly I was wrong. I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted was to worry you.
So, you must be Amadis.
And you must be Aloy. Talana's told me a lot about you. And I guess you must know about me.
A little. We know you're headed for the rot. But what are you hoping to find there?
A clue. Or a shred of one. Anything about Nessa's fate. Maybe she died on the battlefield. Or maybe she wasted away in that prison. Either way, I have to know.
Talana told me about you and Nessa during the Red Raids. That you kept her secret.
We were both assigned to the Southern Spear Division. Our orders were to push into Tenakth territory through the tunnel. She was proud to serve the Sundom at first. But as the atrocities mounted, we both saw the raids for what they were.
And the two of you grew close?
We did what we could to protect innocent lives. It felt like we were the only ones who objected to the slaughter. And yes, we were close. Until the Battle of the Burning Blooms.
What happened at the Battle of the Burning Blooms?
I had intel that the Tenakth forces were greater than we had anticipated. I tried to convince my commander to halt the attack. He was a drunken lout. And when I threatened to reveal his incompetence to Karja High Command, he pulled a knife on me. So I killed him.
In self-defense.
It was still murder. I was condemned. But I thought at least I could still save Nessa. I was too late. By the time I got to the battle, the fields were already burning. Our soldiers slaughtered and missing. What's more, the commander I had killed was from a powerful noble house. They put a bounty on my head. I've been on the run ever since.
But the Red Raids are long over. Sun King Avad would pardon you if he knew...
The Sun King can't help me.
A pardon from Avad won't stop bounty hunters eager to claim their prize.
So, you and Talana, sounds like the two of you had an adventure out in the wilds.
Claw Striders, a hunter-killer, mercenaries, a shell snapper. Nothing could get in her way.
A scruffy hermit in the woods certainly tried.
That was foolish of her, in hindsight.
Well, we're here now, so let's head to the rot.
I can't ask you to come with me. I feel bad enough you've come this far.
I didn't come all this way just to leave you now. We'll see this through together.
I know better than to try to talk you out of it. Come then. The rot's not far. The rot's along the shore, but we'll have to stick to the woods to avoid being seen.
How did you find it?
Guess he's not gonna finish that sentence. He's like, I. Was the rot that place that I was at? I'm glad I didn't clear it out.
There it is. The rot.
Those are Regalla's rebels. They're waging civil war against the rest of the Tenakth. They must have taken over the prison.
Then they would have killed any of the guards. They were my last hope of finding out if Nessa was there.
Maybe not. There might still be some clue inside.
Even after all this time?
Aloy can see much more than you or I.
And let's do it. Any scrap of hope is better than nothing.
We'll have to find another way in. The front gate looks impenetrable.
And there's no way we're scaling those walls.
You two stay here.
You go around
I'll
the
see
back.
if I can find another way in and get that gate open.
You go around the back. I'll kill everybody.
I should check around the sides. Might be a way in from the water.
Yeah, I already, like, accidentally ran in here, and bada bing, bada boom. Other dude over there. Get up there. Jesus Christ, Aloy.
Another day in the rebellion.
One down. If I can get the main gate open, Alana and Amatis can help me clear out the rest of this place.
Okay, now let's take a look around. Yeah, there's another one right there. It's not so bad.
You're out. I'll get help.
Would be a good time to let Alana and Amatis in.
I will, in a second. Okay, we're still good, we're still good. It's turning out to be a lot more people. Okay. I'm so good. Okay. So I shall walk this over here. Maybe walk a little faster? I don't know. Okay.
Okay, it's open. Let's go. We've got your back, Aloy. Mine. Get her.
I was out of ammo already. That's bullshit. It's a fucking Deathbringer gun.
More ammo coming your way. Ammo.
Come on, this headshot. Easy headshots. Gotcha. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. Asshole.
Much better. Get to the main gate to let Talana and Amata in.
I did let them in. Are you kidding me right now?
I've got you in my sights. You, with me. Fill her with arrows! Let us out!
Hold on. As soon as the coast is clear.
Oh! Deploy heavy weapon!
Come on, bitch.
You see them?
Oh, missed you.
Just what I needed.
Target the Outlander!
Bitch! I was only like a little worried. It's fine. What? Let me get my
End of the
loot.
line, Outlanders!
That device is gonna call a machine.
Excuse me, what? Yeah, I can't fucking make any more of those. Make more of these. Gotcha, bitch.
Alright, I think that's the end of it.
Hold on, I need fucking ammo. And health. Fucking anything that I was using or going through. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. This is a part. Braided wire, that's not... Okay. This bit. That bit.
Strong smell.
This bit. People. At least my loot didn't disappear. It does that a lot. It will just fucking leave. Like usually if there's a cutscene or a break between what I killed and me getting the loot, a lot of the loot will just like be gone.
Here. Door's locked, but that last rebel had a key on it.
Freed by Karja. Have we not been humiliated enough?
It's not their fault you were locked up in your own prison.
I'm looking for information about a Karja soldier. She might have been a prisoner here 5 years back. Her name was Nessa.
The Karja Nessa was here. I killed her myself.
Nessa.
I'll handle this. Go secure the grounds.
It's you, isn't it? Nessa, how?
It's
Why?
Rataka.
Let me get this straight. You were Nessa. You were brought here as a prisoner during the Red Raids and then became Tenakth?
The Karja forbid women from military service. I lived my life pretending, ashamed of who I really was. But the Tenakth measure a soldier only by their strength and resolve. So I took my place among them.
Nessa. Rataka. I've mourned you for 5 years. Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
I had a new life. I wasn't going back. Not even for you, Amadis.
The way Amadis talked about your time together, I thought you'd still care about him.
It was 5 years ago.
I didn't abandon you. Before the battle, I tried to get Gedaya to call off the attack, but of course, he didn't listen. I ended up killing him.
Then he got what he deserved.
I ran for the battlefield to find you. But you were already gone by the time I got there.
I didn't know. But even if I did, I mourned you, and then I moved on.
If you were brought here as a prisoner, how did you become Tenakth?
I knew it was only a matter of time before the Tenakth killed me and the others who were held captive. But one day, one of their soldiers stopped in front of my cell, asked how a woman had ended up fighting for the Mad Sun King. As he spoke, I realized he was once Karja.
Fashav.
I heard how he fell at the embassy. He deserved a better death than that. The other prisoners he condemned to death, but he convinced the Tenakth to let me fight for my life. I won through blood and blade. I became Rataka, and never looked back.
You were willing to wear a disguise so that you could serve in the Karja army. Do you miss being Karja at all?
No. The Red Raids showed me there was no honor in fighting for the Karja. And when my comrades and I were brought here as prisoners, we knew no one would ever come for us.
I would have, had I known.
It's better this way. Beneath my Karja armor, I found I had the blood of a Tenakth.
So if you became Tenakth, how did you end up as a prisoner here again?
My squad was ordered to retake the Rot from Regalla's rebels. We failed.
Considering how much Regalla seems to hate the Karja, I'm surprised her rebels let you live.
You're right. I'd be dead if they knew. But few Tenakths remember who I once was.
What will you do now?
You've taken back the Rot. My squad will ensure it stays that way.
So this is it? After everything we've been through, this is goodbye?
It has to be. My place will always be here, and yours is back east. I'm sorry that you've suffered. You deserve better than how the last 5 years have treated you. I'll make sure you're granted safe passage out of the lowland. Consider it Nessa's final farewell.
At least now you know the truth.
Somehow it hurts worse. You must think I'm an idiot.
No, I just think you have a lot to figure out. I'll take you back east to the Sendem. After that, I don't know.
Talana, I understand. I'm sorry it came to this.
Me too. Give me an Aloy moment.
Are you alright?
To be honest, no.
What's going to happen between you two?
I'm not sure. He clearly has a lot more feelings to sort through. And I won't be anyone's second choice. I want you to have this. For seeing this through with me. No hawk could ask for a better Thresh. Or a better friend.
So, I guess this is it then. You're heading back east.
I think I'll hang around Barren Light for a while, before returning to Meridian. If you find yourself back that way, look for me there.
I will. Safe travels, Talana.
You know, she seems awful firm about not being anybody's second choice for, like, crossing into the Forbidden West
Maybe I should check in with her
to
the next
find
time I'm at
someone
Barren Light.
that she knew
Seems like she
was
could use a
after
shoulder to
another
lean on.
woman. Like, she already knew. And then she's like, oh gosh, I can't believe he's not over her. Like, he chased her all this time out into the Forbidden West. Obviously, he wasn't fucking over her. That's not brand new news. Like, She's like, oh my goodness, how could this have happened? Like, I'd probably think of a few things. Like, okay, so first I have to just fucking fast travel back here. Return to meter. Honestly, like, a little disappointed in that quest line. Talana's smarter than that. She's like, I can't tell you why. Like, you told Aloy, like, he came out here looking for Nessa, like, to try to find out what happened to her. Maybe she thought, like, if he got some closure about, like, how she died or something, then he would feel better. But, like, either way, it's like, he's clearly obsessed over Nessa. And, like, you're not his focus. He didn't even take time to try to send you a message. Like, she's like, I just have to know that he's okay. And then she's like, I'm sad because he didn't choose me. Like, well, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, no. New rumors? Must be.
Keep your eyes open out there, soldier. I've
Trying.
got nothing to report.
Got nothing to report, then why are you...
Don't have much to say right now, champion.
Okay, so that's just like an optional... She might end up saying more, I don't know. Check on things down at the fort.
Ow! That his focus thing's trying to kill me? Did almost drown it in beer. Not on purpose.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old ones said it, I think.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time. What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Morlund guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tenakth clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Maybe I should check up on them at some point. Just in case.
Right.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. If you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
I like house plants. Okay.
I see you've got Strike set up. Mind if I have a go at it?
Really? Sure. Let's do it.
I missed Erend. Okay. I haven't played in a minute, so... That'll do.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, I haven't played in forever. I have no idea.
My turn.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yep. Can I not do that? Supposed to be able to move 2 spots, so I don't understand why he won't do that.
What should I do? Off the board
You
they go.
fucker, Erend.
Let's see what you got.
This guy I'm supposed to talk to just like disappeared.
Oh. Okay, I can still do this.
Okay.
Okay, I can do this. And they're gone. You're up. That one's a goner. Really? Fine. I see how it is.
Oh no.
How about that? I won.
Yeah, he did win. How does he get? He has such strong machine things. Where he get all these strike pieces at? I haven't played with anybody in a while, so that's probably what it is. Okay,
That
fine.
was fun.
You win this round, Erend. We'll be back. Just need more pieces. My shit's garbage.
I should get going.
I say hi to Gaia for me.
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said, but I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw, said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
I see everyone's settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
She was like, I know fuck all about relationships, man.
Better get
like,
this to Gaia.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
I gotta say, when I was fighting those, they're significantly stronger than you think they're gonna be. Like, those things that you're fighting.
Sunwings.
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
I'm sure he didn't mean it. It's fine.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
Who wouldn't be excited about that, though?
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Now that you have those control cores, are you ready to reboot the land gods in Plainsong?
Not yet. Gaia told me the reboot code has to be altered using data from the cores. She updated my focus with software to accomplish this task, but apparently it's very complicated. It'll take time.
Well, let me know if you need any help.
I will.
You know, Zoe, of all people, like, Aaron and Varl were exposed a little bit to, like, what Aloy had going on. and they're still not as deep in it as Zoe, who is basically a random person. And she's like, I've been reading the data, and she updated my software, and
I should get going.
she's like, and it'll just take some
You know where
time.
to find me.
So, like, she's figuring it out. She's focused on it. She's like, it's fucking crazy, but I'm here. I'm doing it. Like, meanwhile, Aaron's like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now. He's like, but I can hit weak points on machines, so that's pretty cool. Like,
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus. And fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it. With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you've been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores? Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at Landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
said the Quinn have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go. I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy. I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood. Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It will take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini. All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
That's so sweet.
Is Kotallo getting along?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided, water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Pharaoh create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence, until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco. So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreath before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
What does she mean?
I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need Hephaestus. It's something to look into later then. Why did Aether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Aether needed to install itself on one in the museum appears to, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Aether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that. Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of receding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
It's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. So, Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even...
So you could build an army of machines.
It isn't human life, so yes, I could, given the name, I must, no matter how. Indeed.
Yeah, I already heard all that.
I should be going.
I think we're good.
Goodbye, Aloy.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and...
Dance on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Let's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
How are things with Kotallo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. Had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
It just doesn't sound that easy. It can't be that easy. It just grab this.
You better not be slacking
we
off
pull
on your
this off,
studies
the whole
while I'm
world is
gone.
fixed.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work. Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more Zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
Varl might have just, like, solved my conundrum. Because he's like, it'll be a different world. He's like, there won't be any more derangement. There won't be any more angry machines. Like, all that will be gone. He's like, I wonder how the Nora will react, or the Karja, or everyone. And I'm like, So even if we fix the world, that doesn't fix
I'll make sure
people.
Beta briefs everyone on the power generators.
People still suck, and people are still gonna do dumb shit, and they very well have access to, like, super strong shit on the planet. Like, for all we know, that could bring on, what's his face? Oh my god! Like, after this is all said and done, and we think that we beat everybody, it's gonna bring on that fucking AI from way back in the day that went rogue and, like, disappeared. What's it called?
Apparently it
Something
tastes
Silver,
worse
Vast
the
Silver.
longer it takes to be delivered.
Vast Silver's gonna be the final boss. Game number 3.
You can find the recipe.
I said it right now.
Aloy, I hear you're
I'm
going
telling you.
further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do. How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
That's kind of how I feel too. Like, he let his own ambition get in the way of realizing what he was doing, and then by the time he figured it out, it was too late. And he was so desperate to fix it. And, like, when he killed the Alphas and demolished Apollo, he thought he was doing the right thing. So it's like, it's not like Ted Faro was going for world domination and trying to kill everybody. He just wasn't fucking thinking clearly.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
Well, there's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate it.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay, tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now.
See, so
My
got
people
the
made
shit
shrines
down.
where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zo. I promise. I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Hephaestus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
I haven't talked to what's his face in a while. This is a quest.
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping the Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hekarro sent out a patrol or two, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
He wants an
You want
arm.
to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
He's got a valid point.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the 10 fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hekarro would have it so as well.
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The Old Ones believed one could hear the great waters, Even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you, they called them seashells.
That sounds kind of gross.
Oh my gosh, I love that. He's like, I want to try it.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training. I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements,
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
thank you, Aloy.
Are you sure that's what the data says?
I'm telling you, it's a drink. Then it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it?
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
All right, let's look at this mess of data then.
I don't know exactly what I need for this stuff. And I can't really see either. What's that? What is that? That's a purple shockwell. That's what that is. It's got lots of damage too. I need fishy stuff. Okay. So I actually have to start catching fish. Disgusting. Well, she keeps her door open now. That's kind of interesting. It's new. And she has a data point.
Door's unlocked. What was this room for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the air bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out.
Is the power thingy here?
The vault. A locked door behind the vent in the basement. I wonder if that's it.
It's the vent in the basement. The door that we never went through. That's the vault. I don't know if this is the right way or not. I don't know what the code is. I have to find the code. And there's a power terminal. What's the purpose of this? That's how we got in, I think. Okay, so let's take another look at this, just in case.
Looks like this device connects to that console, but it needs power.
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Okay. So I don't think we can do that yet, but they are really cluing us in on the fact that we're going to be able to do that.
Hi. I'm back. What do you want to know? So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to? Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the things had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing. But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about? He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving. It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter. I don't think I'd be suited for any of them. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then. What else can you tell me about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
Pretty sure I already heard all this, but for some reason it looks like it's not touched. Maybe that's just because it wasn't this time, I don't know.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches.
So she sounds super anxious right now because these are old.
Cipher. Instructions on how to open it.
But new girl. She's calmer.
So do you have everything you need to build the rig? And Gaia sent me the schematics. Modest. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just...
This is cool.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I don't think there's much we can do about that right now, unless there's a power battery somewhere here, and I don't think that there is. the exit.
Beta's so frustrating. I don't get how she can be so negative all the time. I mean, we're clones of the same woman, and yet she couldn't be more different from Elizabeth. I know Varl meant well bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
It was a bug.
One of Morland's embers. The spark of a new dream for an ancient city.
Place looks nice with something in it.
Yeah, this is all gonna get powered on at some point. For sure. Okay. What do you got? Where?
I just think you talk so.
How do you get there? Down this? I can't hear you very well, I'm sorry. This one?
I don't think that door had power before, but...
Oh, she's just saying now.
It's malfunctioning.
She didn't say anything about that to me. Yeah, it goes right into her thing.
Maintenance space.
I didn't think we'd be able to do it yet, and I look over to my left, or my right, and Ryan is carrying a fucking battery. And I'm like, I was looking for that. Like, I knew I needed it.
I wonder where this leads.
Yeah, it goes right into the basement with what's-her-nuts. There's like an open room down there now.
Power cells? Huh.
This changes a lot. Wonder what it does.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, I haven't started Pharaoh's Tomb yet, but I'm still at Guy's base, and I'm discovering these cells laying around. Thanks much to Ryan's help, actually. I could see that there was a spot to put one in. Like now, the door opened up, but I didn't think I could find the energy cell, and then he's just... I look over and he's just carrying one around the base. I'm like, where did you get that? Like, okay, so now stuff is gonna happen.
By the looks of this data, Festus has been trying to hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
Like, there's so many touchies around this place now. I'm gonna have to go touch all of the stuff. Doing battery stuff, yes. There's another one up here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where.
I wouldn't have taught you the song if I didn't like the way you sing it.
So you like hearing me butcher retarded?
That's not it. This one here. Oh, it's not on yet. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So that's only like one. Technically, we did two. But the whole facility isn't.
That power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
It's not done yet, though. Yeah, I don't know the code either. I'm kind of checking the rooms right now for like the hand things you can touch. That one was, that shit over there was already active. So I don't think there's anything else I can do right now. Yeah, Alva, right now who I have in the facility is Kotala, or Kotalo, Aaron, Varl, Zoe, and I met Alva, and I found Talana earlier tonight and solved her issue with her man.
I suggest stopping in Falls
Well,
Edge.
not man.
It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Like, I've kind of met a lot of people, but aside from Alva, I haven't really gotten the vibe that they'd be
I've got something to tell you.
directly influencing the main story, if that makes sense. Aside from, like, major chiefs and stuff, maybe, if they have to step in.
Choosing the right rations can be just as important to your chance of survival as choosing the right weapons.
Oh, I was already
If you
over
want
here.
food
Sweet.
that'll save your life out in the wild, go northwest to Saltbite.
Oh,
The
that's where I
cook
got
there,
killed.
Puntala, she'll whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, to knock or not.
So it's like the furthest fucking area away that we can access right now. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get something. I can't do that technically. That's extra far if I do it like that. I have to go to...
Did you go to the place on the beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's like certain bristlebacks and stuff that I can't. So I have to go to Falls Edge for Alva. We have to go to Falls Edge.
Oh, you gotta go
Two.
to Sparrows.
See, it splits off. I think.
You probably have 2 of them activated.
No, it says find Alva, go to Falls Edge. Why is there two? For Pharaoh's tomb? Main quest?
I'm still inside too.
Yeah, maybe it changes when you go outside. Okay, so I want to make sure I don't spoil any surprises. Yeah, you're doing great at that, Jay Little. I swear. It says find Alva first. Way over here. So this is number 1. It doesn't say anything about... I'm assuming... Falls Edge, I think, is where we're supposed to do the, No, that's not right. So what are we even doing at Falls Edge? We have to go back there for something. I remember them mentioning that tomb.
Supply.
Okay. So this is just a settlement. I haven't been there. I don't really have to resupply, but I'm assuming they're going to throw a lot of side quests at me. So, if I go, like, here, and just travel, then I can get a hold of one of these. Just fast travel my way out of there. Why is this all unknown? Those just must be, like, merchants and shit. The map is so foggy. You guys to explore. I know. I've been slacking on playing. Like, I haven't really ran into anything that I can't beat yet, if that makes sense. So I haven't felt super inclined to discover a bunch of stuff. I feel like I kind of did that with my first playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Is I went through, I did a lot of side questing, enough to really, like, level up and understand certain situations that I was interested in. But then I beat the game, and then afterwards I sort of, like, went back and I learned more about the world, that sort of thing.
Walk with strength.
I mean, obviously I'm going to have plenty of time to go through and complete all of this. A place to hide to get close. Just kind of want to cross the water. I can't beat Erend at Machine Strike. Why does he have such strong pieces? That's what I want to know. Like, honestly, Jay Little, I don't think you've really missed much. I think you've been here for, like, most of the streams that I've done. What is Falls Edge? Is that... He said resupply, but, like... I'm gonna have to mark it so I don't run past it. That's really far.
sort of Lowland territory. I could resupply before moving on.
They're like, you must be the champion. Please, a word. Your actions are known across the lowlands. You've aided our marshals and our chief. I, for one, am grateful. So I'll tell you what. What I see, what I know, I will share. That way you won't be running blind in these parts. I should probably tell you. I hear strange lights have been spotted in the south. The Still Sands. The Desert Clan abandoned those ruins when the sandstorms and machines became too much to handle. I wonder what's been going on there since then.
It's quite a mystery. Let's hope the Tenakth don't get too curious about what Morland's been up to in Vegas. I should check up on those guys when I have the time.
Aaron has the sense of a bag of hammers. How is he so good? You give an ape a focus and all of a sudden he is a chess master. Yeah, exactly. But how do you get such good pieces is what I want to know. Because, like, I could have had him, but my stuff, the pieces I have, I need to get more pieces. I need to play more. Because the stuff that I had, just there was no way it was going to outpace, like, what his was capable of with defense and attack. I tried it one time and was like, nope. Nope, I don't have time for this. Like, there's no way.
Tread carefully, champion.
I really don't need to resupply. I'm pretty okay.
All right.
I will be right back. Played Aaron once, a machine strike. I quickly noped out. I get it. Yeah. Aaron is ridiculous. Okay, so it's kind of on the same path, I guess. So I'm just gonna cover some ground. Get some campfires along the way. And that'll help me backtrack later. This is definitely right. Somehow I still messed that up. Turn around. It was like, take a right and follow the road, and then it kind of like went left, and I was like, what? We're just gonna run past the acid billowbacks because fuck them and their moms. Okay, now we're gonna check again. This is the left. running. Run faster. Why aren't you running? Run faster, please. Don't slow down. We don't like that. We don't want to do that. And straight. Almost to another fire. This is very good. It's over there. I'm gonna take a break on this. Go discover that fire real quick. You stay right there. Machine. See,
This must be Falls Edge. Tala said I could resupply here, then head for the Quen Ferry.
okay, so you... That should help me level up a few things, actually.
You will look fine with that.
I will.
I'll try to get more of those.
Okay,
You, Outlander.
bench. In a moment, I'm super curious about the machines you discovered. You must be close to a full machine catalog. Yeah, I'm not super far from it. Resource pouch. For sure. Ocean pouch. Okay.
Come and trade.
There is one new machine that I saw on Ryan's screen. On the beach. I was on the beach. I didn't see what he saw. I didn't go to the exact same place that he was in.
Yeah, you're not quite down that far.
But I was like, that is definitely a thing. Stash. Need like the crafting stuff. Medicinal berries, yes. Okay, this is good. It's very good.
Okay, with Falls Edge behind me, just gotta head west until I reach the coast. And the Quen Ferry.
Need blast paste.
You need supplies?
Actually, yes. I do. I don't need that much. Last paste. That, yes. Eco shells for sure. Need rollerbacks. The rollerback tail thing. Most often, my explosive spikes pack, my tear precision arrows to rip machines and shit off and stuff, rip parts off. I really, like, at the beginning of the game, I hated the bolts. Like, the bolts being new compared to the first game. But I like them for quickly, like, dealing that elemental damage if they're weak to a certain element. I really honestly have not touched the light arrows like acid, fire, shock. I prefer the blast sling. Even if I don't have like shock and shit for it. Like, if I don't have the right element to do quick damage, usually the spike pack with the explosive damage does enough like stun damage to where they're not absolutely destroying me. So it's not super well rounded, but I also haven't felt like shopping a lot lately. Where I'm like, if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know? Like, what I'm doing works for me, so try not to overthink it. No! Whatever. That's bullshit. Literally just like fell in. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I'm going back up. I will catch up on Machine Strike. Y'all gotta wait for me to whoop your ass.
Step up for a game of
Thanks to my stash.
I'm telling the truth.
Listen to him, Oroke.
None.
Okay, so I was up here. And then I went to Peter. And it was over here. I thought it was purple. That's why I went out of my way for it. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna save. Okay, so per request. Notebook. Machine catalog. Yeah, it's pretty. You know, some of the stuff I've ran into, I forget to scan. I try to be on top of it though. Yeah, I guess I'm only missing a few. See, honestly, the Spectre was really hard at the time, but I feel like that's probably fucking lightweight compared to they probably have other machines. Found the baboons and the rollerback. I need the tail thing, I think, to level up my outfit. The Dreadwing. Oh my god. Like, I only fought that one when I met Elva or whatever there. And at first I was like, oh, that's not like a super big deal. I got this. And then he starts shooting at it, and I'm like, it's not dying. Like, it is... It's not. I didn't die fighting it, but it was still like it was an effort for sure. Doing trophy cleanup to fall in love with the Bolt Blaster. There are some buff variations of it in the game. Yeah. See, I think I got my hands on a pretty good one. And I leveled up. I think I bought at least one or two of the skills that makes it a bit quicker, so to speak, to work with. Because the reloading time is insane. It took me a while, too, to get used to, like, you have to kind of, like, go behind cover and duck and be prepared to reload. And it took me time to, like, you have to hold down the button like you're holding the weapon to reload it. You can't just, like, auto-reload. I thought it's kind of feels weird to have to do that, but I'm not against it, you know? It's just getting used to it. Two of those last 3 question mark machines are rough, boys. And yes, Dreadwing can go ahead and piss off forever. Yeah. Okay, so I was already kind of out this way. So I feel like it would be faster than to fast travel. And then I think I can still call my mount after I fast travel. If not, I'm not, like, super worried about it. That new machine Ryan saw earlier, I'm looking at right now. I don't know what it is. It's this weird combination of, like...
Slaughter spine.
Yeah, a slaughter spine. Okay, I was gonna say it's like kind of like a Thunderjaw, but smaller. Reminds us, like Ryan said, it's like a Spino. Spinosaurus.
An old world ruin.
I don't care what's inside. I'm not doing the ruin right now. I'm not. I will not. Yeah, I'm going the right way. It's just kind of a long way around, so whatever. Okay, Thornmarsh. This is another one where I can maybe... I'm gonna leave it outside. I just want to get to the fucking door. Okay, thank you.
Welcome, warrior.
Slaughter Spine was ruined for you. Yeah, like, it wasn't necessarily a dramatic intro. He was like, look what I just found. And it was just walking around, like... I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Like, so yeah, I haven't seen it being fought or anything like that yet. I already kind of just leveled up. I will get some more food. It's a good backup to have in a sticky situation. care about that. Also, another thing that I haven't, like, if we're talking about things I haven't given a fuck about, is the special ability stuff. Where they're like, oh, if you, like, hold down your weapon wheel and press a button, then, you know, you magically have this other skill that you can use. I haven't touched it yet. I do think there will be a time where I feel the need to do that. Because I'm going to be playing this a lot, like, even after I beat it. Like, initially, I think my first playthrough, I tried to stay focused on just getting through the story, if that makes sense. And then afterwards, I really uncover, like, everything that the game is all about. Like, I really discover everything in the world and learn all the best skills to be able to, like, do all the tricky shit in the game that you didn't necessarily have to do the first time. Or going through hard mode, you're gonna need to know that kind of stuff. Like, I think right now I'm just in normal mode. Whatever. I don't know if it has, like, a special name for it or anything. I think I just picked, like, your basic, like, normal mode. There's actually chargers. And they're nice. What the fuck? Oh, it's the racetrack. Okay. That makes sense. I'm not doing this right now. Bye. Fucking death races. I'm almost there, so I'm being sure to sort of grab, like... Don't do that, Fire Bristleback. What are you doing? I'm running away from it, and then I'll call it. Seems to be the best way to fix a machine in a sticky situation. Yeah, you sort of respawn, don't ya? Don't do that! Stop running off of shit. You're not a nimble creature. See, there he is. That's the one. I seen it. Okay, we're gonna go get us one of these.
Should try something other than
Purge water. I got that.